Heard you.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mumaku sa. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Uh, you know,
Real number 7 in New York, baby. We out here. The real number 7.
yo,
Yeah, y'all know who that is.
shout to the chat. I see y'all here early. I appreciate y'all. I mean, it's Big Fan, Breezy, and Kev. You know, the Brooklyn Nets versus the Knicks. Who run the city? Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, applause. Ah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Shout to Skeen, shout to Jack City, shout to Frash Taz, shout to Jimmy J1, shout to Just as JTV, shout to the squad, man. Shout to P Hood. All
Shout
of
out
these
to everybody who pulled up, man.
yeah, man, rocking with us, man, in the summertime, man. We got some Fiba games. A lot of stuff happening, you know what I mean? I usually start, you know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to all the Knicks fans. I know y'all want to see the Knicks fans start, man. Kat, what you got, man? How you want to start this?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of missed the FIBA game. I didn't know we was playing so early. I think they started.
3:30, I think, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't, so I kind of missed it. But from what I heard, Jalen Brunson had a really good game. I think he only missed like 2 shots. Um, I keep telling people his passing game is nice. A lot of people don't understand that if people hit his shots, I think Jalen Brunson can be one of the best passers in the league. You know what I mean? Just guys got to know when to hit shots. So I think
Okay.
he had like 7 or 8 assists in that game. Josh Hart, I don't know how many points he put up, but he did everything else like as usual. So hey man, it is what it is, bro. I'm happy for my guys, especially RJ Barrett. I know he's not Team USA, but I see he's showing out
Yeah, talk
over
to
there
me
in
about
camp.
that, man.
I think he's
Yeah.
averaging like 19 points, shooting 60+% from the 3-point line. From videos that I've seen, he looks real comfortable out there, especially shooting the three. I see him, attacking the basket, which I love to see, and he's putting up numbers, so that's good, man. He looks good too. It looks like he got bigger. Pause, like he gained weight, and
Yeah.
he looked faster. So I'm excited for the season, man.
Yeah, no, I honestly think that Canada and the USA is going to be something in one of those games, man. They're going to have to see each other. And, I think it's going to be a real competitive game when they see each other. These are like the preliminary games, right?
Right.
These are like the preseason, if you will. But it's hard not to notice what Brunson is doing. He out there hooping. Him and Anthony Edwards are more the effective players. But I've been looking at Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson as a duo, and they out there hooping. They really look good together. They numbers stand out to me, and I see the chemistry between them. Both of them got good defense. You got Cam Johnson dunking on people out there, doing reverse dunks. You know what I'm saying? These are the highlights actually that I'm playing in the background. So y'all can see, what it was, and you're gonna see. Look, Mikal Bridges with the steal right there. Mikal Bridges with the steal, pass it to Anthony Edwards for the basket. You feel what I'm saying? So Mikal Bridges impacts the floor on both sides of the ball. That's why I put the highlights for me and Kev to kind of, look at the highlights together. He said he didn't see the game. I didn't see it neither. But we could all watch the highlights together. It's funny y'all call me highlight breezy. I mean, I missed a FIBA game, man. Stop it, man. I don't miss no Brooklyn Nets games. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all though. But these highlights are good, and they tell us some of the story. I seen Jalen Brunson hooping, but I seen there was a stretch when we got to like 60 points. Anthony Edwards just went off like. They could not stop him. You know what I'm saying? He was knocking down a 3-ball. He was going to the basket. Like he just did whatever he wanted out there. You feel what I'm saying? But Yeah, shout to this is JTV. He said twin yamming on people. Yeah, man, he out there. Yo, he hooping, man. Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges are not just on the FIBA team because of what they did on the Brooklyn Nets. They did that because of the consistency of them playing as a duo. You know, there's two duos on the FIBA. It's Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, and there's Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, respectfully. And respectfully, you know, I don't know why they put Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart there together, you know what I'm saying, as a duo type combination. Kev could speak on that, but I definitely know why they did it with Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. You know, I'm on record saying that they're going to be one of the top 10 duos going into next or next season. We definitely got something to prove. We're the ones that's going to have to make elbow room for it to be true, not other teams. You know, some of these duos that we will have to debate for who's the top 10 are, you know, proven already. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, there's that. And again, we understand what we are going into this season, but not to be long-winded, because I want to hear what Kev says about Josh Harden and Jalen Brunson as a duo. You see right there where he dunked it right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hold on, I'm gonna just rewind that real fast. And I'm saying for all my Nets fans in the building, I mean, so you know, Reeves he passes it. He see Cam Johnson on the wing. Reeves passes it. Oh, to Burton all the way to him to the wing. He takes to the basket. Three of them. He stepped out the way like he know what's up. He seen Cam Johnson post and he just got out the way. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead. That was a crazy pause right there. I gotta you
When it
go,
comes
man. That
to,
was a crazy
I
pause right
don't
there.
get into all the duo stuff like that's. I leave that in your hands. You know, that's your thing. I think they bought,
Okay.
you know, Jalen Brunson in because of his leadership or the way he could carry and lead a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he's showing that right now in FIBA. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Mama. Okay, go watch TV. Go ahead, go watch TV. So I think that that's one of the reasons why you know they brought him in. You know, and Josh Hart is just gonna do him, bro. You know, he's gonna clean up them boards. He's gonna facilitate for others as usual, and if he can knock down a three, he's gonna do that as well. He's a proven player. And you know, USA is looking dangerous, man. I think the
Mm-hmm.
one tough game they had was against Spain. Spain
It
was giving
was.
them
That
a
was the
run for their
toughest game.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
Spain was giving them a run for their money. But other
I
than
don't know
that,
who on their roster
that
though.
whole team, I don't think it's. I think you guys are creating this whole duo narrative on the USA team. But I think these guys are all, you know, like Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. They already had that, you know, cohesiveness on the court from prior, you know, in college and winning championships in college. So you know, that's all gonna help, bro. All that chemistry
Mm-hmm.
that they all have together is all gonna help. Plus you add all these other stars into the mix with Anthony Edwards. That man is amazing, bro. He
Mm-hmm.
does things on the court that I'm just, you know, I'm a big fan of his. So
Yeah, me too.
um,
Me too.
I'm a big fan of Anthony Edwards, man. I think he's a great player. I think he's in a wrong situation. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Minnesota's for him, to be honest with you. I think he'd be better off playing with somebody else. I think, you know, playing with Cat is a difficult. You know, I don't think that's a good mix, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
hold on, baby, give me 1 second. So yeah, man, I'm okay with it. Okay, baby, no problem.
No, I'm with you, but you know, I give validity to my you know how you say narrative of the duos, because respectfully, I don't think that you would see Josh Hart there in a singular situation like Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is the only Minnesota Timberwolves that plays for FIBA. And you got that with you know Tyrese Halliburton as well, and Triple J, and you know there's a lot of Brandon Ingram. All of them are examples of the same being there, you know, as an individual player opposed to Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. So this is why I paired them far as duos. That being said, yeah, 225 games plus these FIBA games is what this duo for the Brooklyn Nets is going into the regular season with. And I got big confidence that our players for the Brooklyn Nets are a duo because of the contract that Cam Johnson just signed for 4 years, which was a friendly one. And I think only a friendly one because of the relationship with Mikal Bridges. The significance of me saying this is that Mikal Bridges, to some Knicks fans may leave in 2 years, but I just want to, you know, disassociate myself from those rumors. As I agree, I totally on the opposite side of the fence. Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson will retire as teammates together because of their relationship, and they are teammates together forever.
I'm,
So
I'm
all
sorry.
of this,
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure I heard correctly. You said that Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson are gonna retire together.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You also
yeah.
said that about KD and Kyrie. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I was wrong about KD and Kyrie, but I'm glad you said that. You got authentic and you got fake. Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges relationship as friends, being friends, real friends, best friends. They call each other twins. That's friends. Kyrie and KD never called each other twins because they two different players. They don't see each other in each other pulse. They don't see each other the same way. The friendship is way more authentic with Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges than it is with Kyrie Irving and KD. I don't even think they friends. They about to compete versus each other, if you ask me. Now, that being said, you got Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges in their career played more games together than KD and Kyrie did together. There's that. One. Two, role wise, they not proven like KD and Kyrie coming to the Brooklyn Nets. KD and Kyrie respectfully got their own accolades before they got to the Brooklyn Nets. So that fire and desire, they might not have it the same way that Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges got that desire and that fire. They're gonna be playing with that dog in them. That's why they play at the Barclays. And I'm not talking about no Chi Chihuahua. Nah, they're gonna be playing with that big dog. Now, I'm saying that to say KD and Kyrie is not a good example representing the Brooklyn Nets far as friendship and teammates. That as individual players, they're amazing. But as teammates, we didn't get enough of it as fans for us to be missing them wild crazy. Shout out to Barry.
I
So
mean,
I'm
I
saying
don't
all that
know.
to
I only bring that up because these words came out of your mouth. They were gonna retire. They were gonna win 5 out of 10 championships. They were gonna
yeah.
run like they were gonna run this decade like the Bulls did in the '90s. They were gonna do all that stuff. So, when I hear you guys talk about the soliloquy about them retiring together and this, all that, and
Mhm,
the third, that's all up in
mhm,
the air. I'm gonna say this, and if in 2 years you guys don't get it right, you got to be worried. You got to be worried that there's a possibility that that might just happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it might just happen. Because players nowadays, these players of this generation, they get disgruntled. It's proven. You already seen it with KD, Kyrie, with Zion. You see it with all these players that are unhappy with their situations and they start forcing trades. They want to break teams up. You already see James Harden. He wants to leave his third situation in 5 years. He left Houston. He left Brooklyn. Now he want to leave Philly. You got Joel Embiid disgruntled. He wants to leave Philly. Is you I don't when it comes to these players and that's for any player. But and nowadays they the loyalty ain't the same, bro. It's not the same. So for you guys, if that happens, that's what's up. But
mhm.
that normally doesn't happen anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Players don't normally stay where they start. And I see. I'm not saying that this dude from the Mavs,
Luka,
what's his name,
Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic. Yeah, Luka. I see him if it's not working out, and I'm not saying to the Knicks, but just in general, I see him being disgruntled and leaving the Mavs because of everything that's been going on over there. They're not doing nothing. So I think you guys gotta hope and pray that he wants to retire and that because we've heard a bunch of players say they want to retire where they started and then bounce. We seen LeBron do it. We seen Melo do it. We seen Kawhi do it. He left San Antonio, then dipped on the Raptors, and then went to the Clippers. So I don't know, man. To me, it's up in the air, bro. It's up in the
Yeah,
air.
no, I mean, I give. Listen, I can't disagree with anything that you say. You know what I mean. But at the end of the day, let's discuss it. It's worth a conversation. I feel like you know, it depends where you are in your career, and it depends on the team that you go to. You got a situation with Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges on a team that never won a championship, but has expectations to win it. But where Mikal Bridges is in his career, he's a emerging star. Cam Johnson as well. Now, Cam Johnson is a player that everybody knew was going to be a free agent, and Brooklyn Nets, they knew that the Brooklyn Nets was going to try to match whatever offer he got. Case in point is, I don't think Cam Johnson took any offer sheets based on what I've seen. That's a friendly contract. That's a team friendly contract.
Yeah,
If the
he
Brooklyn
got
Nets
he
had,
got he got like I think 1 million or 2 million more than Brunson did.
but I'm saying that to say that he's 28, so this is going to be his last big contract. Now, a player that's 28 years old is not taking that type of money unless they feel like I'm gonna commit here, and I know this team I'm gonna stay, and they're gonna take care of me the same way I'm gonna take care of them. Like we gonna work, we gonna get through this, and this contract can only happen if Mikal Bridges is Cam Johnson's teammate. Like if Cam Johnson was just here, and I can't even split them apart. They came together as a duo, but the difference is again to KD and Kyrie. KD and Kyrie came here from two different teams and came here, so they ain't have no experience. I think they played the All Star game together, and they wasn't even on the same team or some shit. I don't know. But my point is that yeah, it's hard to, you could say player for player, Katie and Kyrie is better and they did more with their career, but you can't say that they better teammates together than Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. Now again, as much as KD and Kyrie did, it was so much of a short stint of it. That's why I'm able to debate it. When the when the ceiling of what KD and Kyrie did is only the second round in 4 seasons, is why fans is optimistic about the new look Nets. We went through all of that for 4 seasons, and like you said, yeah, I was making bold predictions, right? But truth is, that's because of how we look on paper. But they gotta actually play the games. You get somebody like Mikal Bridges who's never missed a game. Right there is a win for Brooklyn Nets fans. Just the fact that we got a player on our team that don't miss no games. You know what I'm saying? So
You
we
gotta
feel like
you gotta make sure that this is in order for it to be a win, y'all gotta at least make the playoffs and win a series for it to actually be a win. Because if you guys don't make the playoffs this year, do you count that as a win?
no, I'm saying before we even touch the season, it's considered a win for us because we know that Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, in my opinion, are emerging stars. I won't say they emerging superstars, but they definitely going into that from role player to main players. And far as us making the playoffs, I think that is the trajectory. I think us going to the playoffs 5 seasons in a row, or 5 or 6, I'm not sure. Going into next season, yes, making the playoffs is what they want to do. You know what I mean? And getting a playoff win, I would consider that something that is on the checklist. Like, yeah, we definitely trying to get a playoff win. We trying to get there and we trying to win. If we go to the second round this season, that will be considered a win. Now, I don't speak for the whole Nets fan base, I imagine, right? But I am big fan Breezy, right? For what it's worth. I think us going to the second round is a win for the fan base. I do. And I feel like that because it's going to change a lot of narratives about superstars and chemistry. I said this on my last stream. I'd rather have the biggest voice on a team that I'm rooting for be the coach, because the coach knows the system and got the coach book, and the coach is like, listen, you run these plays this way, like this is going to work. You got a lot of superstars who don't want to listen to the coach and say, all right, yeah, that's how you're going to do it. But if it don't work like that, I'm going to do it like this. So they always got, like, I guess, a alternative, or, you know what I'm saying, to change what the coach want to do. And I think when the biggest voice is the coach, opposed to having a superstar on your team, the biggest voice is saying, run the play like this. We know this is our bread and butter. We ran this in practice over 1,000 times. If you run it the way I say run it, these are the X and O's. We get it done, we win the game. And I think that's the difference between what happened in the last 4 seasons where it went bad, because they was not respecting Nash. You heard a lot of rumors about how Nash wasn't respected. So that being said, lost or never had the locker room, in my opinion. And that being said, I don't think that's the same for Jack Vaughn. I think Jack Vaughn does have the locker room. He's been an assistant coach there for years, like a good 4 or 5 seasons. So because of that relationship as an assistant coach, and me knowing the significance or the importance of what an assistant coach actually does, yes, I think Jacques Vaughn got the locker room. I think that's the major difference. And again, for me to say that, Fraz test, I had the audacity to ask me if I want to make a bet if the Nets make 45 wins. I'm like, bruh, 45 wins, Fraz test, I will make that bet. That's a yes. All I'm asking the Nets to do is to be 3 games over 500. Do I think this team could be 3 games over 500? Well, no, I'm sorry.
You said they'll win 45 to 50 wins
Yeah,
with Spencer Dinwiddie as your point guard.
yeah, but it's not just about him, man. We're not putting all our marbles in Dinwiddie. He's up for a contract extension. I don't think the Nets give it to him. I don't think they looking at him like he's somebody we're going to take serious as far as contract in the next 4 years. I don't. It's like a 4 year, 128 million. No, we not invested in Dinwiddie like that. I don't think that's going to happen. I think if anybody do get traded, it will be Dinwiddie for the how Sean Mark said it before. He's going to take that generational money. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take that bet, Fraz Sash. Yes, I will take that bet. I think we could be 4 games over 500. 41-41 is a 500 ball club. I think we better than that. I think we get 45 wins, man. I mean, you made it seem like I said like a wild number, like 45 wins, bro. So hold on. What y'all think the Knicks going to do next season? Like, talk to me about the expectations for the Knicks, because y'all obviously look at us like the underdogs right now. And far as success going into next season, everybody favors the Knicks over the Nets, which is fine. We in a situation where we developing players. I'll say this in Atlanta playing because I want you to actually answer the question tomorrow. Jalen Wilson, right? Dariq Whitehead and Noah Clowney going to be in front of the Barclays from 11 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. There's going to be performances out there. They're going to be, you know what I'm saying, music. Know what I mean? Shout out to T-Time. What up, T-Time? Know what I mean?
What up, T?
And yeah, it's gonna be lit. I know Garden ain't doing nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's what we doing over here in the Barclays, you know what I mean? It's gonna be dope. Please show up. I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna try to make it, but my phone is messed up. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna be able to get, but hopefully it'll be somebody out there. I'm trying to take some pictures. You know what I mean? Tell them about the podcast. You know how I go. You know what I'm saying? But again, our expectations is to get out the first round. We would consider that a win going into next season from where I'm at right now. But talk to me, Kev. What you think is going on with the Knicks?
First of all, before I go into that, I want to say I appreciate you, T. Tom. Salute to my guy for always calling me up and asking me to cover for him when he's not around. So I appreciate you for that, Brody. Um, Second of all, I got the Knicks like everybody else, 45 to 50 wins. Um,
See franchise?
I won't even, yeah, yeah, we talk about it all the time. I wouldn't be surprised to get 52, 53 wins. Make the playoffs, obviously, because that's the goal right now. That's the way the team is built.
J1
Um,
disrespect.
um, I feel like we can do it, man. I feel like we've got the pieces. We were 3 wins shy from 50 wins last year. You know what I mean? And I feel like the adding a piece like Dante DiVincenzo, who has the capability of taking over games and that can knock down the 3-point shot, which is something we was missing last year. I think adding him to that, we could possibly win 50, 53 games. Yes, I have that much confidence in this team. Um, uh, and I think we'll be okay. As far as the Nets, man, I don't know. As far as the Nets, I'm not too sure because from the first half of the season with those guys on the team, your record looked completely different in the second half. Y'all was an under 500 team without those guys. You know what I mean? And I heard a lot of bickering about your coach Jack Vaughn last year, especially from you.
Mm,
Um, so I don't know, man. Like I do recall a lot of players not happy about getting his playing time, like Cam Thomas.
mm,
I to be honest with you, man, I really don't have you. I got you guys as a playout team, man.
mm. Oh, word. Okay.
Respectfully, I got y'all out as a play out team. I know a
Hmm.
lot of guys say I'll be bugging, yo, Kev, you bugging. I think we a playing team, but if y'all finish the season, if y'all start off the season because your record, I mean your schedule, the first 10 games is suspect. I know you say 8-2, 7-3, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Y'all
Oh,
y'all
let's get
facing some.
to it. I got time, cuz. I'm
Yeah,
about to pull up the
yeah,
list.
let's
We can
get
go
into
through your
that
first.
because
We can
from
go
what I
through the
see,
next first 10
the
games.
first 10 games of the season is not looking right.
Listen, we could go through the
The
first 10 games for
schedule
the
is
Nets
not
and the
looking
Knicks.
right.
I'm gonna get both. I'm gonna get the Nets schedule and the Knicks schedule while I'm listening to you, and we gonna go through both. We could pre-cap both. We got enough time. I got time, cuz. If you got
And
time,
I also want to talk about the top 10 duel that you talking about because I
okay.
think that's oblivious
I
that
don't. I
you
don't
got.
necessarily. I don't
Hold up. I think
necessarily.
it's wild, crazy that you have Mikal Bridges and Johnson as a top 10 duo this year. I think that's wild, bro.
Tell
When
me
I
what.
look at the list of top 10 duos in the NBA, I'm like, you guys don't even reach that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Talk to me though. Tell me your top 10. I'm gonna go to it right now. I'm gonna go to all of it. I'm gonna get the schedules for both of us, both teams,
I
and I'm gonna
got the
get
schedule up for me.
top
I don't got the schedule up for the Nets, but the top 10 duo right now, right? You got Klay Thompson and Steph Curry
10. Okay.
as the number one duo, right?
Okay.
Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Or you could go either way, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal. So they got, hold on, mama, give me a second, baby. I got you. Right? After that, you got Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, you got Giannis and Drew Holiday, or you could go Giannis, Chris Middleton, however you want. Cause you could say those are two duos right there. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Okay. LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Okay. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. And you got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and even Luka Doncic, Kyrie, and that's just 10. If you're not better than Anthony Edwards and Carl Anthony Towns, that's 11.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not better than Trey Young and Dante. What's his name? DeJounte Murray. Y'all not better than them. Y'all not
Mm-hmm.
better than LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. That's 13.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I
the list,
disagree, but I'm listening to you.
y'all not better than John Morant and young man. What's his name in Memphis? Y'all not. That's 14. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
not better than Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. That's
Mm-hmm.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could, and if there's more duos out there that's better that I don't know that I haven't mentioned, please mention them in the chat. But I just mentioned 15 duos that's better than Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. And I'm a Mikal Bridges fan and a Cam Johnson fan. I like both of those dudes. But
Mm-hmm.
for you to say that they up there, they're gonna be up there in the top 10 after I just read that list is wild crazy to me, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Oh, and
Okay.
don't forget Zion Williamson and your man that's 16. So there you
Okay.
go. That's 16 right there. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, DeMar DeRozan, Jack Levine, that's 17.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, that's 18. So yeah, let's go, guys. I need some more, please. I need some more. Like what we talking about here? Like you know what I'm
So
saying?
you
So
basically
for you to say that's top 10, you wildin', bro. You wildin', bro. We just named 17 duos in the league that's better than Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. But go
mm-hmm.
ahead, I'll land the plane.
Okay. Well, what I will say is disclaimer. Like I said, we the ones that have something to prove. Unless you want to contrast a 28 game sample size as the main players. I mean,
18.
or as the main players to teams who got 82 games or a whole season under their belt as a duo. So again, there's that. So now this is what I wanted to show you. This is the duos that they were talking about before the season started, and I mentioned that to say that's what McCall and Cam Johnson are, right? They the duo that didn't start yet. So they were talking about Dame Lillard and Jeremy Grant. That didn't pan out, but they did hoop for a little bit, right? Who else? Deontay Murray and Trey Young. To me, I don't like they mix. I feel like Trey Young, he misses Herter, Kevin Herter from the Sacramento Kings because Kevin Herter could space the floor more than a Deontay Murray and actually was a better duo than Deontay Murray opposed to the perimeter defense. You get better perimeter defense from Deontay Murray more than a Kevin Herter, but Kevin Herter spaces the floor better for a Trey Young, and Atlanta hurt not having Kevin Herter last season, as
Right.
good as Deontay Murray was. So that being
They
said,
still a
I
better duo. They still a
uh,
better duo.
listen. I'm not gonna argue with you. But what I will say is that I think this is somebody that will knock out the way. This is a duo that's gonna have to. We gonna be better than them. Now I'll say that, right. So Jalen Green and Jabari Smith, whatever. And now, if y'all heard, y'all didn't say that Jalen Green and Jabari Smith was better than Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, and I'm glad y'all did it. So we won't even go there.
I
Definitely going
didn't,
to be better
you
than.
know, I think they still young up and coming. They not really coached right. You know, I think these guys right here, they good, but they didn't, they still proving themselves.
Yeah, yeah. So that being said, right, we continue, right? You got Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham, who I think both of them is going to hoop. I think both of them going to hoop. They number one and number fifth picks, respectfully. They going to hoop. But I think you
And you
got the
got
Andrew.
OKC's duo with Chant Holgren and who I know he hasn't played yet, but you can
Got to
even
put
go.
that hasn't played yet part in there because it's the same thing for real. Like not the same exact thing. We had 28 games, but
But
I don't.
You still got Josh Giddey and what's his name?
Okay.
SGA.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Now they hoop. They hoop. I
Hmm.
think they. I don't know how you gonna pair one of them with as a duo because it's like they team is. It could be Chet, or it could be Shea, and like you said, let's
Josh
Giddy.
Giddey.
Yeah, so
Well, I
now,
say Josh Giddey. I say Josh Giddey and SGA because those guys, they've actually played together a whole season.
word. T Time said Tatum and Brown. He just keep naming duos that's he
Yeah,
considered
Tatum
better,
and
but
Brown is we already
which is
know,
funny,
that
funny
duo
as
is
hell.
contending.
So then look, for instance, now you got Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Now look, they were a great duo and they played great basketball, but I don't think they're gonna do a lot of that on us because we got a tall, we got a lot of wingspan on the perimeter, and we're gonna contest a lot of their shots. And they're
But you
you know
gotta
they're
forget
great
they do
guards.
they have a lot of, well, they might not have a lot of length on the perimeter, but they got guys down low that that can make it difficult for y'all. And Jared
Nick
Allen,
Claxton, he
former Jared
outplays
Allen, Evan Mobley, you know what I mean?
Nick
You
Claxton
got
outplays Jared Allen in that matchup.
you got Max Strauss now that's in Cleveland, so that's a big pickup for them. He's a pretty good perimeter defender. You know what I mean? So they got some pieces there that can make it difficult for Brooklyn, man.
Yeah, yeah, but I think Nick Claxton made it difficult for Jared Allen. You know, when I look at the matchup between both of them, you know, Nick Claxton wins that matchup. Evan Mobley, he nice. We need the EFS to step up, but from what I could see career to career, Evan Mobley, he's probably a better player than DFS. But I think DFS will give Evan Mobley a hard time. I just don't think Evan Mobley will just give him bust his ass and give him work like that. I don't see that happening. I see DFS being a tough act for Evan Mobley. But I do like Evan Mobley and I do think they who, but for what it's worth, I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland continue to play good basketball next season. But you know, we again got a real tough perimeter to get past. So you know, again, Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges have a chance to show that they're going to be one of the better duos. I don't know if they're going to be as good as they were last season, but for the first season that Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell were together, they were really good. So I give them the benefit of the doubt, respectfully. Um, but yeah, man, that's that. You know what I mean? But the top 10 duos for last season, when I checked, they said Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown was one, Kevin Durant and Kyrie for the Brooklyn Nets was two, Giannis and Drew Holiday was three, John Moran and Desmond Bain was four, Nikola
Yup,
Jokic and
Desmond Bain, right.
yeah, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray was five. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland was six. Joel Embiid and James Harden was seven.
That's a
True.
duo I didn't even mention right there too.
Oh
Well,
shit, they might not even be a duo next season. We're gonna talk about it.
yeah,
Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle was eight, and you know 9 and 10. Let me check right here. But these are the nine. Oh, okay. Nine was Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, but that didn't pan out. We all know that.
yeah,
And number 10 was LeBron and Anthony Davis. So I think this was probably when they did this article, is what I'm looking for to say. Okay, December, they did this at like mid-season, so the season had started already. This was December, and they ranked them, so they were kind of accurate with some of this. Zion was playing good basketball around that time, but you know he got injured, so I would take them off the list. I seen Zion Williamson the other day, man. He was jacked, man. This
yeah.
guy was dude looked like he hit the gym crazy. Like
Nah, he's looking.
you
Hopefully,
seen
he
him,
can
right?
get, yeah, I seen it. I think that he just his problem, I think, is weight, bro. You know, and then he's mad athletic. He be jumping high and doing all this fancy shit that I think those knees don't, after a while, they don't hold up. I think if he lost some weight, I think that'll help him out. Maybe he'll last a little longer, but I'm not sure.
I think that's important too when you got you heavy up top and you dunking, so you coming down on all that weight on your legs, on your lower extremities. You know,
Yeah,
you do have to be careful. You know, where was I was watching it. I think it was Jordan, and he was talking about how when you oh no Deion Sanders. They was talking about how when you play different sports, you know, you got to make sure you're working out on the right muscle groups. And when you're playing baseball, you work out on a certain set of muscles and certain different practices to, build your body to play baseball. And you do the same thing for basketball, right? And I'm saying that to say, when I seen Zion Williamson, he looked like a football player.
Word.
Now, if they put him down there in the, you know what I'm saying, in a situation where he's stronger than everybody, but he can't jump. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to jump, and your body gotta be able to hold that weight and sustain it. You don't want to be injury prone in this league. And what I will say is, I seen a stat the other day where they was talking about the back to backs, and they actually said the Knicks got it good with the back to back situation and going into next season. The Nets too. The Nets got it too. And also, what I seen was the Nets only got 11 games televised. Nobody likes me, but that's okay, because I don't like y'all anyway.
Yo, that's
Y'all
crazy.
got us only with 11 games. It's cool
Man,
though. It's
man,
cool.
crazy.
The Knicks got
That's how
25.
that's how y'all run the
We got
city, man.
11.
That's how y'all run the city. 11 games, man. Don't nobody want to see the Knicks. I mean the Nets. That's
See how
crazy.
easy it is to confuse the Knicks and the Nets because
That's
of the
crazy.
the n. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy, man. Wow.
Like,
Yeah, I see that. I'm looking at ESPN, NBA TV, TNT. We all over.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Man, that's a shame, bro. I thought
It is
Brooklyn
what
was
it is.
worldwide.
We are worldwide. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
Not with 11 games, are y'all worldwide?
Listen, those 11 games, we playing in Paris. We
Yeah,
playing in
man.
Paris. We got a game in Paris.
Every
We
time y'all
worldwide.
gotta go 11-0 to be seen. B. Y'all gotta win them 11 games.
And they be switching it up. They be switching it up. So remember they was taking teams off. Remember KD left, and they're like, "Oh, all right, we gonna switch this." So they ain't
Yo,
getting
that
that game.
was
Remember they
crazy.
ain't give us a Christmas game for that shit. They fucked up,
Yo,
man.
man. Y'all ain't got a Christmas game this year, right? Y'all got a Christmas game?
I doubt it. I'll check though. But
Check
hold
right
on,
now.
before we get into the schedules, because I'm about to get into the schedules right now. But this is the top 10 duos they predicted for next season. They got Luka Doncic and Kyrie at 10, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George at 9, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland at 8, Nikola Jokic and Murray at 7. They won a championship, but okay. 6, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Number 5, Jimmy Butler and Bam. And Bam. Number 4, Giannis and Drew. 3, Jason and Jalen, obviously. Boston, I mean,
I'm surprised they
Kevin.
don't.
They got Kevin Durant and Booker number 2, and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson number 1. How you feel about them predicting Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson not on the top 10 for next season? This is Fox Sports.
So okay, wait. Name them shits again.
Okay, so number 1, you got Steph Curry and Klay. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on the joint because damn, yeah, I ain't getting no
I named
respect.
I and the duos that I named them 15. So of
Yeah, all right. So look, you got Steph Curry and Klay at 1. You go with that?
course.
Okay. Number 2, KD and Booker.
Okay.
All right. 3, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown.
Mhm.
All right. 4, Giannis and Drew Holiday.
Yeah, I think that's the list I read to you.
Oh, okay. You read the same list.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But
Yeah.
do you agree that Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson shouldn't be on this list?
Not in front of those guys.
Okay. All right. Shit. We continue.
You know.
Hold on. Frash Tash. P Hood said we got a New Year's Eve game. I'll take it. Yo, P Hood, I'll take it, bro. Brockwork said underdog make the best media takeover when winning. Talk about it, yo. The comment section is fire today.
They're
Yo,
gonna have
man.
to prove a lot of people wrong, bro.
Nets fans is the
You know?
best fans, man. Shout out to Brockwork, man. I'm about to pull up the schedules, and we're gonna talk about the first 10 games, and me and Kevin gonna say
Net
who
fans got to
what
show
the
up to
record
be
is
the best
gonna be
fans.
between the Nets and the Knicks, and then we can also talk about our head to head. And what I want to say is shout to Ian Bagley before we get into that. He said that the last two Nets and Knicks games are gonna have playoff implications because it's towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I
So
see that.
I'm
See
looking
that.
forward to this season, man. I am. I am. But I said I was about to get the next schedule, right?
The schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit gonna be interesting, man. This shit gonna be interesting because I think that the fact that Mikal Bridges has this in his interviews, he be talking his shit too. Like, yeah, I got a little personal vendetta versus the Philadelphia 76ers, but they don't got the Nets and the 76ers rivalry. We only got one rival, and that's the motherfucking Knicks. You know what I'm saying? That's our rival. See, even the NBA saying it. Y'all be saying I be stretching it, but
Nah,
the
I don't
NBA
think
saying
the Nets and Knicks haven't really been a rivalry though. They never really been a rivalry. I don't recall them ever having a rivalry with the Nets, bro. I think that's just a fan thing that we created, you know, like to be
no,
honest with you.
it's a real rivalry, bro. Yo, all right, listen. When I'm saying it's a real rivalry, all of the stuff y'all heard me talking about in the book, it's all documented. Like they talk about how the Knicks was the superpower in the NBA, and like that was the NBA's founding team. So yeah, if they saying you can't play in Manhattan, it's over with. Y'all see, and I'm telling you, y'all put the Nets through mad stuff. Yo, we
Mhm.
had to go through a lot of stuff before we could play and have a good situation like the Barclays. And that's why I keep bringing it up. And that's the reason for the rivalry. And we tried to eliminate the debt by trading Dr. J to the Knicks. Y'all declined it just so we would go through hard times.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's how the 76ers got Dr. J because y'all declined it. We tried to give it to y'all to negate the fee that we owe because we couldn't afford Dr. J because of the NBA entry fee. And then y'all was trying to charge us a fucking tax to play in the city. Like y'all was doing the absolute most to make sure that we weren't competitive in that same space.
Mm.
Bruh, y'all gave us a hell for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying?
With you,
Um,
I just, you know,
it
it's
been
just
a
funny to
rivalry.
me when somebody who wasn't a fan of that team at that time wants to bring that up now. I can understand if you brought up the Nets in Brooklyn, which you'll never bring up that part. We didn't give you problems to come into Brooklyn. Y'all
There
came
was
in with no
problems too
problem.
for that.
There was
Bro,
no problem for that.
I don't know the whole, but it wasn't just some
There
one two
wasn't
three.
no
All right, we
problems for the
coming up.
Nets in Brooklyn, bro. I don't think I think it's more about territorial rights, and that's why they gave y'all such a problem back then. You know what I mean? But other than that, like y'all came to Brooklyn, I don't think the Knicks gave y'all issues.
What I'm saying is, it's we wasn't. What I'm saying is, I think, and again, I'm on record saying this, so I might as well say it again. If y'all didn't give us a hard time, y'all was absorbing the championship team. The NBA made sure that they did not absorb the Nets in the merger as a championship team. They picked that team apart like a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving. Brian Taylor went somewhere. Dr. J went somewhere. That whole team was de-assembled. So it's not like we came in the NBA and competitively we couldn't compete with the NBA, and that's why we had a bad record
Y'all
that
didn't
first
have the
season.
funds to
Y'all
pay
stripped
up.
the
That's the
team of
problem.
what we
Who's
were.
y'all? The Knicks? The Knicks stripped the team?
The
How did the
we
Knicks? How did the
bro, the
Knicks strip
business
that
side.
team apart? Make
No,
it
no, no. I'm talking
explain to
about
me, because you saying y'all like
yeah,
the Knicks
yes.
literally was like, yo, pick that whole Nets team apart if y'all gonna come here. No, I really highly doubt that the Knicks pick that whole team apart? You
The
sure it's not the
entire team, no.
NBA?
With Dr. J,
Did
yes.
the NBA break the team apart, or did the New York Knicks break apart the team?
No, the business of the NBA was partly the reason why the team was dissembled.
So then, how come you blame the
Right.
Knicks? How come you
And
blame the Knicks? The only thing that you could blame the Knicks if is allowing the
Dr.
Nets to
J.
come into the city. That's
The,
about it. But other than that, you can't blame the Knicks for the NBA breaking up that Nets team, bro.
bro, it's all money. Like
But it's
when I
not
say
the
it
Knicks.
was
You're
when I'm
talking
saying
about it
it's broken
like
up,
the Knicks made. You're making it seem like the Knicks went out there and said, "Yo, I don't want this team in the NBA. Break them apart."
no, they made it. They absorbed. It was a merger. It was business. Now this is business. It got nothing to do with the fans. This is just business. The Knicks told the NBA some like the Knicks sued the Nets for territorial rights or some shit. It ain't
Yeah,
have nothing
because
to do with
they
the
own
NBA.
territorial rights in Manhattan,
No, but
right?
no. I don't know. They
No,
could have made it
no, no.
played in Manhattan. It wasn't like you couldn't play in Manhattan. The Knicks stopped us from playing in Manhattan. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
Yeah,
like, oh, ain't enough space for both of us. Like, no, it was enough space. They
but
didn't
they
want
didn't
to
stop
go
y'all to come into Brooklyn, though.
to Brooklyn. You talking about after
Yeah, they
2000?
didn't stop. The Knicks didn't step in and stop y'all to come into Brooklyn, did they?
I don't know that entire story. I know
Oh,
more than what
okay,
happened
okay.
prior with the
You only
merger.
know
Because
that part when you wasn't a fan of that part. You know that history
you
part.
talking about, bro? I wasn't even born, bro. You
Right.
talking about the New York Americans? I mean, yeah, I wasn't a fan of the
You
Nets when
wasn't know. Yeah, 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 yeah.
but I'm a before I when they lay me to my when the last day I'm here, I'm gonna be a Nets fan. You know, it ain't gonna be no confusion. You know, even when they, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna know that I was a Nets fan. So to not get lost in the sauce, what I'm saying is this: on the business side, things happen that has nothing to do with the fans. But I read up on this and I realized why we a rivalry. The book even explains why we a rivalry, and all of this history is the reason why these teams are rivals, right? So again, y'all can catch me on my page explaining this more by reading the book. But the book is written by Rick Laughlin and it's called From Teaneck to Brooklyn. It don't have nothing to do with the Knicks on the title, but the history of the Nets is all entangled with the Knicks because of the NBA merger and us wanting to play in Manhattan and can't play because of the Knicks and the hence why the rivalry started.
Because of the rights the Knicks had in Manhattan. That's why.
No, but you're saying it's not a rivalry. I'm telling you, it's a
It's not
rivalry.
a rivalry. It's not a rivalry, bro. We haven't played enough playoff games. It's not a
We swept our
Miami
last
Heat. It's
playoffs.
not a Miami Heat New York Knicks rivalry. It's not an Indiana Pacers New York Knicks rivalry. You know what I mean? It's not that, bro. Yeah,
That's the
it's
past,
the
though.
fans. The fans in Brooklyn made it that.
Y'all
Who
no
made it that?
this bruh. I'm the one who never let y'all forget it was a rivalry. As a matter of fact, we were a rivalry with the Knicks before the Miami Heat even came to the NBA.
It was never a
So,
rivalry.
bruh, that's a factory.
No,
You
it's
can,
not a fact, bro.
bruh, it's a fact. I
It's
got
not a fact.
literature.
It's an
I got,
opinion, bro.
bruh.
The
Hold on.
Knicks and the Nets were never a rivalry, bro.
I'm about to go get my book, man, because y'all don't believe me, man.
No, we
But
don't. We never gonna believe anything you say because it's not true. You made this. You turned this narrative into a rivalry, bro.
bruh,
The Knicks and Nets were
I
never a rivalry, bro.
nah.
Over there. Over there.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is send the book back. It's I'm telling you, I didn't make none of this up. This is not me making it up. It is because of the merger. The merger happened. The owner of the Nets wanted to play in Manhattan, and the Knicks was like, hell no to the no. And it gave us a difficult way to play. Like it wasn't just, you could just find a place to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? With an NBA team because
There was
you
a
know.
real rivalry. They would have left. They would have fought y'all coming into Brooklyn, bro. They would have stopped y'all from coming into Brooklyn if it was a real rivalry, bro.
Nah, it been a
Yes,
rivalry.
yes.
Hold
It's
on, hold
not
on,
a
hold on.
rivalry,
P
bro.
Hood
Let's
said,
move
bro,
on
it's
to
been a
another
rivalry
subject, man.
since Jersey.
This shit ain't no fucking rivalry, man.
It's a rivalry,
It's
man.
not,
Trust me.
bro. It's not. It's not a rivalry.
All right, let me read y'all this literature real quick. Then I'm gonna get into the story, man. I mean to the schedule, and this ain't gonna take long. You know, this ain't gonna take long at all. Oh, look, I just flipped to the page and it's right here. The first step that led to the ABA's darling franchise to the brink of bankruptcy was the unreasonable demand from the Knicks for the Nets to pay 4.8 million for invading their territory, their bitch ass territorial rights. It don't say bitch ass part. Now, Bo, back
Your
into
bitch
a
ass
pay.
team didn't have the money to pay, so that's why your bum ass, broke ass team had to be broken up because y'all was broke.
Okay,
Pay
okay,
up the money.
yeah.
Pay
Y'all was scared of the
up
competition.
the
Y'all was
money.
scared of
Pay
the
up the
competition.
money.
Y'all
You
was
ain't
scared of
got
the
the money.
competition.
Get the fuck up out of town. You
Y'all
ain't
was
got the
scared.
money. Get the fuck up out of town.
Y'all
That's
was
the way
scared.
it go.
Y'all was scared of
That's
the
the way it goes.
competition.
Oh, you ain't got the 4.6 million later. Pack
Uh-huh.
it up. See ya. Go
Uh-huh.
over there in Jersey and sell White Castle burgers to your
Mm-hmm.
broke ass fan base that don't even go to games.
Mm-hmm. So
Let's
again,
talk
this
about
is
that.
this is not opinion. This is all facts. Let me just get through the
All
whole
facts that
paragraph.
y'all was broke
Oh,
and y'all ain't have the money to come into the
let
city.
me get through the whole paragraph. The
If
first step.
if y'all wanted it that bad, why didn't y'all pay the $4.6 million? Y'all should
Let
have
me
paid
let
it.
me let me get through the paragraph. The first step that led the ABA's darling franchise to the brink. Again, the first step that led the ABA's darling franchise. Don't let's not skip past that part. Darling franchise. We were the ABA
Yo,
champions
Brock,
that
let's
year.
talk about how y'all just lost $200 million
Hold on,
just
can
a
I,
few
bro,
years
bro? Can you
ago.
not cut me off? Can I finish? Can I
So
finish this?
yeah,
Can I
go
get through
ahead,
this before
Brock.
you get to the
Talk
chat?
about that, Brock.
Can I get to this before you get to the chat? Shout out to Brock work. Can I get
Yeah,
to the
I
thank
can
you.
still respond to him though.
Bro, let me can I finish? So the first step that led the ABA's darling franchise, again, the championship team of the ABA came to the NBA. This is why they were scared. They knew to dissemble this
Scared
team
or y'all
because
didn't
if
have the
they
money.
didn't, we will be ready to compete for the NBA championship
Oh,
immediately.
so the
And
New
they were
York
scared
Knicks,
of that.
so the New York Knicks called the NBA and said, "I need you to break that whole team up."
Let me finish.
Right,
Let me
right,
finish. So the first
right.
step that led the ABA's darling franchise to the brink of bankruptcy was the unreasonable demand from the Knicks for the Nets to pay 4.8 million for invading their territorial rights. So
Should have
again,
had that
demand
money.
from the Knicks, not
Should
the
have had that
NBA.
money. Should
Demand
have
from
had
the
that money.
Knicks, not the NBA.
You should
So
have had
okay,
that money. You should have
hold
had
on,
that money.
bro. It wasn't never
I should
part
have
of
had
the
that
plan.
money.
The Knicks
Why
included
couldn't
that
y'all?
shit.
But we
It was
own
never part of
territorial
that.
rights to Manhattan. So why couldn't y'all
Now,
come up with the $4.8 million?
let me
You
let me
broke ass
let
motherfucker.
me let me get through the paragraph. Let
Y'all
me
should
get
have had that money.
so Bo backed into a corner, also faced a contract standoff with Irvin. Irvin earned and was entitled to a financially lucrative deal with the team he won 2 ABA titles with. But the Nets could not deliver the financial goods. Irvin elected to sit out training camp, unsatisfied with his contract situation. This left Bo with no choice but to look for a trading partner. The Nets offered Irvin to the Knicks in a deliberate effort to get the 4.8 million fee waived, but the offer was declined. Eventually, Bo was forced to turn to other clubs to consummate a deal. Irvin landed in Philadelphia with 3 million going to the Nets to help offset the territorial rights fee and 3 million going to Irving to pay his salary in Philadelphia. The Nets was still responsible for footing a $3.2 million bill to satisfy the NBA entries fee. So again, we had enough money to pay the NBA for the entry fee. The Knicks organization is the ones that gave us the fee to put us in the negative on the business side of things. Had they never did that bullshit with the territorial rights, we would have had Dr. J on the team, as I read. So case in point is when y'all come at me and say that,
but just because of that, that doesn't make it a rivalry. Everything you read does not make that a rivalry, bro.
But tell me
it does not make it a rivalry.
Why
You
don't?
tell me just because of that. That's
yes, just because.
But so like, then why didn't we? So read me the part where we stopped you from coming into Brooklyn. Read that part.
Bro,
you're going back 40, 50 years. You're going back 40, 50 years. Read me the part. Read me the part where we stopped you from coming into Brooklyn. Read me that part. Why don't you put up that part?
Bro, you asked me why the rivalry started.
Okay, but I never asked you that. You said there was a rivalry. I said there was no rivalry. You said there was a rivalry.
It is.
I said there was no. So show me how we stopped you from coming into Brooklyn. Right, show me those facts.
Okay, I will. But what I will say is this. Don't gloss over. You said it wasn't a rivalry.
I did say it wasn't a rivalry.
I said
not a rivalry.
I proved you wrong. That's
not you're not proving anything.
Bro,
you're not proving anything because we did not stop you from coming into the city. We did not stop you from coming into Brooklyn. So you're not wrong. You're not saying anything, bro.
It started before Brooklyn. Is what I'm trying to tell you. It started 40, 50 years ago.
It's never been a rivalry, bro. You tried to turn it in. No, it hasn't. This is a narrative you created.
This is in the book. How I created it.
You specifically created the rivalry. It's never been a rivalry between that fan. Hold on.
Exactly. Y'all was scared. Y'all didn't know what to do with the ABA championship about to merge into the NBA. Y'all got shook. Y'all was scared. Y'all didn't know what to do. And bro, this is all in the literature.
Had the money.
We
wasn't shook when we let you into Brooklyn, though. We wasn't shook when we let you into Brooklyn.
Bro,
where the facts is that in the book? Show me the facts in the books when we stopped you from coming into Brooklyn.
Bro, you saying
where's
that
those facts? You bringing in facts from like 60 years ago. Where is the fact that we stopped you from coming into Brooklyn? Where are those facts?
Bro, stopped us. You didn't stop us. But what I'm telling you is this.
But why if we stopped you from coming into New York, why didn't we stop you from coming into Brooklyn? Why? How come you can't create and bring up those facts though?
But I'm answering your question one at a time.
Because you can't. You can't bring up facts of us trying to stop you from coming into Brooklyn. You can't.
Bro, we here. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's right. And we didn't stop you. So where are those facts?
Bro,
where are those facts? Where are those facts? If we stopped you from coming into New York before, why didn't we stop you again?
Because
where are those facts?
Y'all was soft as far as competition is concerned. Y'all soft. Y'all was losing.
Y'all really haven't done nothing since,
because of y'all competitiveness. Y'all wasn't had no competitiveness. Y'all missed the playoffs in mad years. And what we do? We came here to save the
got here and you've been swept how many times? How many times have you been swept since you got here in 10 years? And wait, you've been here, what, 11, 12 years?
About that.
How many times you been swept in 12 years?
Bruh.
Clean your eye up. Clean your eye up. How many times you been gentlemen swept since coming to Brooklyn?
I think the amount of times y'all went to the playoffs. The same amount
of times You've done more losing in the playoffs than winning. More losing in the playoffs than winning. You haven't done nothing since coming to Brooklyn. What are you talking about?
We went to the second round. That's the
most. And did what? That's the same thing the Knicks did. The same thing the Knicks did.
But why you calling
swept 3 of the last 4 times?
Why y'all call it nothing for us to go to the second round?
You haven't done absolutely nothing. You've had 2 squads, 2 superstar squads, and done nothing but make Brooklyn look bad.
Which you made Carmelo. Y'all made Carmelo look bad. Carmelo made y'all look good. Y'all made Carmelo look bad.
And you made KD and Kyrie look bad. You made James Harden look bad.
They
You
made us
made
look
those
bad.
look.
We ain't make them
You
look
made
bad.
Paul
They made
Pierce
us
look
look bad.
bad.
They
You
made
made
us look
Paul
bad.
Pierce look bad.
They
You made
ain't make
all
us
those
look
guys
good.
that you come here look bad. Everybody that
KD
comes
and
to the
Kyrie
Nets,
made
they
us look
die to
bad.
leave,
We
bro. They
made them
all
look good.
leave. They all leave.
Bro,
They
James
all
Harden,
leave.
let's stop it. We know James
No,
Harden
let's
is the
stop
first
what?
winter
Y'all,
superstar.
you know
He
what?
did it in Houston. He did it in
All the
Brooklyn. He doing
stars
it in
have
Philly. You can't put that on
gone to the
Brooklyn.
Nets. They even haven't come to the Knicks. They've gone to the Nets and y'all still fail and then they leave y'all. So
Bro,
what have y'all proven?
what do you mean? I've told you. You asked me that
You
question.
haven't proven
I said we
anything
went
since
to the
coming to
second round, and
Brooklyn.
that's what the
You
next
haven't done
did too.
anything but
So how
lose
you
in
gonna call
Brooklyn.
what we did nothing? Well, all y'all did was go to the second round, and you
That's
keep
what we've been
mentioning.
trying to
You
tell
keep
y'all that for
mentioning,
years. But
bro.
y'all
You
say
keep
y'all run the
mentioning,
city. How are you running the city when y'all haven't done nothing?
bro.
Absolutely
You
nothing.
keep asking me
Nothing.
different questions. I'm telling you, for
What are
one,
you telling
that
me? What are you
okay.
telling me?
If you stop talking, then I'm gonna tell you. What I'm
What
telling
are
you
you
is
telling me?
it's not a narrative.
It
I'm
is
getting this lit.
a
This
narrative that
hold on,
you created.
bro. You gonna let me finish talking?
I'm just
I'm
saying it's a
saying,
narrative that you created.
bro. Are you gonna please let me finish talking? Like, let me get this off. If you're gonna ask me a question, so what I'm saying is this: you said it's not a rivalry. I
It's
got
not.
literature. In my opinion, I see it
Exactly.
different from how
No,
you
no.
say it.
See, there you go.
Bro,
In
let
your
me.
opinion, before you said it was an
What
actual
is
fact.
going on? Let me
You said it was
finish,
a fact.
bro. How
You
you
said it
gonna?
was a fact. Now
Can I
it's an
get through my
opinion.
monologue? Can I
You know
get
what
through
I'm
my
saying?
monologue?
Dudes
Can
be
I get
flip
through my
flopping out
monologue?
here, bro.
Can I get through my
Go ahead,
monologue?
flip flopper. Go
Can
ahead,
I
flip flopper.
thank you? Can I get through my monologue?
Go ahead, flip flop and bring you
So
back at it again.
in the third paragraph, it says,
Mm-hmm.
thus, in a power move by the NBA and the Knicks, working in together,
That's what you guys
coercion.
do, Brock.
Hold on.
Brock,
This
that's
is
what
what
you
it
guys
say.
do.
This is
That's
what
what
it
you
say.
guys do. You guys love to argue about future nothing.
Bro,
Y'all
this
haven't
is
achieved anything, but y'all want to talk about past
Bro, can I
arguments.
finish what I'm saying? You going off somewhere else. I'm not even talking about
I'm
future
responding to the chat.
achievements. I'm that's what I'm saying. You're cutting me off to respond to the chat. You're cutting me off through my monologue.
Yeah,
I
but
can't finish what I'm saying unless you stop talking. I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm
go
gonna keep
ahead, man.
letting
Go
you
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
talk again.
More flip flopping. Go ahead. More flip
Thus,
flopping.
I don't see how I could be flip flopping by reading off paper. This is not even me. This is facts.
You're reading a book of opinions too. Go ahead.
Okay. Thus, in a power move by the NBA and the Knicks, Irving was yanked off the Nets just months after delivering a second championship. Dr. J left an indelible mark on the franchise in his 3 seasons with the team, winning 3 straight ABA MVP awards spanning through 1974 to 1976. 2 ABA scoring titles and 2 ABA playoff MVPs. Irving's illustrious basketball career would climb to new heights in the NBA as he led Philadelphia to 4 final appearances, including a title in 1983 with a clean sweep over the Lakers. So basically what I'm saying, hold on. Oh, there's more. Few athletes transform the culture, vibe, and trajectory of the team the way Irvin did when he landed with the Nets in 1973. His number 2 rightfully hangs in the team's rafters along those of ABA greats Meliconi and Williamson, Superjump. Now, I could go on, but I won't. But my point is this. It was a rivalry since then because from organization to organization.
Never been a rivalry.
From reading this literature, trust me.
It's never been a rivalry. That's not a fact. That's
By
just an
this
opinion. He's writing his own opinion on a book. That's not a fact.
Bro, with the contract situation that happened with
That's
Dr. J,
not a fact. He's writing a book based on his
the contract
opinion.
situation with Dr. J is a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, but everything else that he's writing is based off of his opinion.
I mean, like what? But specifically,
like
what?
him trying to say, like him trying to create a rivalry. Like, how is that a rivalry? What kind of rivalry is that? They didn't even play games against each other yet. So
yes,
how
they did.
When?
There's also literature in here showing that they had exhibition games versus
Exhibition or
bro.
but I'm
Listen,
talking about real games. Those
bro, they played,
exhibition games don't matter, do they?
bro. Yes, these are
Exhibition games matter
this is two teams. Think about it like this, because there's only one NBA. Think about two
because they was in the
basketball leagues,
they
and
was in the ABA and the Knicks were in the NBA, right?
yes.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, think about two basketball leagues. They take their best team, which was the Nets, and they played the Knicks and other teams. We had a 15-4
It was
right,
like a tournament,
like
more
a
or less.
tournament for lack of better words or whatever, a tournament. There was 15-4 in 19 games versus the NBA, bruh.
Okay.
So yes, I do think that if we had that roster, we'd be able to compete. If we in the next 19 games as the Brooklyn Nets win 15, go 15-4,
That's
bruh.
your opinion. That's not a fact.
What's not a fact?
Everything that you're saying right now is based off of your opinion. If this
No, but
would
what
have
I'm
happened, if that would have happened, if
no,
this would have happened, if
no,
that
but
would have
what I'm
happened,
saying
that's
is
all based off of
no.
your opinion. It's not facts because we'll never know that if that's the real case, if they would have been in the NBA and stood
No,
together.
I'm
We never
telling you,
know.
no, but what I'm saying is I get to the if, before I get to the if, those are facts. You know, the if is right here. This is me coming with the facts. That's what I'm doing. So what I'm saying is we were 15-4 versus NBA teams, all facts, before we got to the NBA.
But that wasn't really a season, though, right? Was it like an NBA season where they competing for a
They
championship?
just called it. They didn't call it none of that. They
So
just called it exhibition games. That's all they did. And all I'm saying is they let the competition in the ABA play versus the competition in the NBA.
oh man,
And,
so they didn't play for no championship. They didn't play for none of that.
and there's players, and we beat the Knicks in one of those exhibition games in a buzzer beater by Dr. J.
Right.
There's literature for that in here as well.
I'm pretty sure it was but it was an exhibition game.
But my point is that ABA team that got broken up, the Nets ABA team was competitive enough to compete in the NBA, and it wasn't just some uncommon thing. There was the same players that would get drafted by the ABA would get drafted by the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And there'll be contract disagreements because of it, and a lot of stuff was happening. You know what I mean? But that's a whole different conversation.
So you're basing a rivalry over exhibition games that were played. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is this where the rivalry was created?
I explained why the rivalry happened,
because,
bro. And if that's the case, then why they call it a rivalry now?
Because to me, a rivalry, you're talking about a rivalry, right? A rivalry to me is the Boston Celtics, LA Lakers.
Why?
They
see each other twice a year.
How many times did they battle each other for championship rings and all that, in the playoffs and all? Like, wouldn't that be more of a rivalry than the Knicks and the Nets?
It's the biggest rivalry in the NBA.
Right.
Bro.
That's more of a rivalry to me.
I never said that.
Right. So to me, like, a rivalry would be more like teams that really like hate each other and we face each other every time in the playoffs. Yo, that hasn't happened.
Bro, we faced y'all in the playoffs and we swept y'all.
Yo, so wait, that one time, right? That one time. Okay, so how many other times before that? Before that, you wasn't even a fan of that time. You wasn't even a fan then.
Never do that.
You wasn't even a fan then, so you can't speak on that. They were in Jersey at that time. You was still a Knicks fan. When they was in Jersey, you was a Knicks fan.
And now, and y'all can't sweep us in the playoffs.
So basically, you're talking about stuff that happened before that, right? So all that stuff that you really don't have, there's really no actual proof of the Nets and Knicks being a real rivalry. We really never faced each other to that magnitude, of Eastern Conference Finals, a second round appearance. I think we lost in the first round.
No,
I don't think we ever. I can't even remember a time we faced y'all in the second round. I can't even remember a time we faced y'all in the second round, bro. I don't remember that.
Okay, I'm gonna go to it right now.
So when I hear I'm like, to me, that's not a rivalry, bro. There's not enough games to me.
It's not enough games. We played y'all over 200 games.
But a playoff, like, not in the playoffs. We haven't faced each other that much in the playoff. in the 10 years that you've been here, we faced each other how many times in the playoffs? In the
And
10 years that the Nets have been here, how many times we faced each other in the playoffs? I don't remember none.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check right now. We played in the playoffs.
10
Mm,
years
Since y'all been here,
since y'all
no,
came to Brooklyn.
no, none. We didn't play y'all in the
That's what
playoffs.
I'm saying. So how is it a rivalry? How?
We
If
played
we
y'all in
really
the
haven't faced
playoffs.
y'all in the playoffs like that.
But what I'm saying is, like you said, 40, 50 years. We played y'all in the playoffs in 82, 83. We played y'all 93, 94, and we played y'all in the first round. The last time we swept y'all, we played, it was 2003,
So that's
2004.
three series.
We beat y'all in the first round in the playoffs. So that's just what it is. But since we got here in Brooklyn, the record is this. Last season, well, the all games we
The
107,
regular season. You
103.
talking regular season.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
Right.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
But you
What?
see what the word rivalry means. It means competition for the same objective or the superiority in the same field. We looking for superiority out here in this city. You know what I mean? We looking to
Y'all had
run the
plenty of
city.
opportunity and y'all failed each and every time.
Nah, we up
Y'all
head to
failed every
head.
single
How
time,
we
bro.
fell when we up?
Y'all failed every single time, bro.
How we fell when we up? We
What
up.
you mean you
We
up?
head to
How?
head. We
You
beating y'all.
maybe in regular season, y'all what, 8-3 or some shit like that?
And no, we what we want.
Eight
Oh,
and
you're talking about the Brooklyn games? I'm talking about
yeah.
the whole thing. The Brooklyn
The
record.
record? I think y'all won. Y'all lost the last two. Before that, y'all won 8 in a row.
This is it since we've been here.
So the last 10. So what?
This is it. So last year was 2-2. Before that, we swept y'all. Before that, we
So the
swept y'all.
record.
We get the up on y'all. Like the last time y'all swept us was 2017, 2018.
That was recently.
Recently, 21, 22, 21,
What?
22 is
8 years.
recently. That's not recent. That's a reach. Ours is recent. 2021 to 2022 is more recent than anything. And then a
Yeah.
year before that.
2017, 2018. Yeah,
This is
that's
why I
what.
be saying we run the city. Y'all want to talk all this other
Y'all
stuff.
run the city, but
107 and 103. We run the city.
no,
Y'all
y'all
did it
don't.
for one
Y'all don't
season,
run nothing. Y'all had plenty of opportunities to win championships, and y'all didn't. Y'all failed at that. So y'all
bruh.
don't run the city as
Every
nothing,
team
bro.
got an opportunity every season. Every season,
Y'all
every
had
team
it.
got an
The
opportunity.
last 2-3 years, y'all had it, and y'all ain't do nothing with it. So you really don't run the city. You
No,
really
we
don't.
run the
Y'all
city.
failed
We
the
were the
city.
better team in the
If
city.
anything, you
We were the better
failed
team in the
the
city.
city.
No,
Y'all
we were the
failed
better
the
team in the
city.
city. We were the
Y'all
best team in
failed.
the
Y'all
city.
failed the city. You
107 and
failed Brooklyn.
103
You failed Brooklyn
is
because you didn't bring
basically
back the 5 out of
the
10
truth of the
championship, and
matter.
y'all didn't run the decade like you said y'all was gonna run it. Y'all ain't do none of that.
Not the Brock work. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. Nets up.
Nets don't up.
Nets 107
That's
or
that's
103.
okay, but look, this year is gonna be different. Don't
How
worry.
so?
Don't
How so?
worry.
How
Don't
so?
worry. You saw
The
what we
only
did
way
to
y'all
y'all.
get tired is if y'all
Let
sweep
me
us.
say
Y'all not
something.
sweeping us. Y'all
What
not
happened the
sweeping us.
last 2 games? Y'all say y'all was gonna wash us after the trade. What happened?
We said we was
What
gonna
happened?
wash
Say
y'all.
it. Say it. What happened? What happened? The last
We
two
who
games.
said we was gonna wash y'all?
You said
Wash
it.
y'all?
You said y'all was gonna wash us right after the trade. There's clips of that.
Okay.
Yeah. And don't say, yo, go look for it because you know I'll find it and have to blow you up again like I normally do.
Bruh.
So that
Listen,
could easily
107 to
107,
103.
103 record could be a nice tie this year.
Listen, we're gonna see. We're
We're
gonna
gonna
see.
see. We're gonna
Okay,
see.
so I got the first 10 games for the Brooklyn Nets, and then we could get to I'll fast forward to the Knicks game real quick because it's tense in here. Now, the first game for the Knicks game is December 20th at the Barclays. Y'all not beating us at the Barclays. I think we hang our hats on the fact that we're gonna be a good home team. I think we're gonna be a good home team. I really feel like that. We don't need to look at the record. We already know what it is. We don't need to see that the
Yeah,
entire.
yeah. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need to do that. But I do want to show y'all the schedule. All right. The Knicks, we play them on Wednesday, December 20th. Be there,
Yeah.
be square. I heard Raymond say he trying to link up and go to the game or something like that. I'm gonna see. I gotta work that day, but I might be able to make it. I don't even know. But we'll see. We play. This is the first time that we play them, and I think this is, hold on, the 20th game. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's the 25th game of the season. The first Knicks versus Nets game is the
We gotta
25th
wait.
game.
We gotta wait 25 games to bust y'all ass.
I don't know about that.
We
I,
bust
I,
y'all ass
I
the last two games with the team you got in place already. You just added just a few pieces.
yeah, yeah.
We
But we'll
watched y'all
see.
by 20 plus points both games.
We'll see. We'll
Mhm,
see.
mhm,
We'll
mhm.
see.
Those are facts.
No, that's an opinion.
Those are facts.
Y'all going to
Wait a
watch
minute.
us
How? Hold up.
next
Hold up.
season?
How is that an
That first
opinion
game?
when the scoreboard said we
No, I'm
beat
talking
y'all the
about the
last
next
two
game.
games by 20 plus
The
points?
next game, y'all beating us is an opinion. That's
Oh,
only an
oh.
opinion. That's
No,
only an
it's a
opinion.
fact for me.
Only, only.
It's a
So
fact for me.
you got Cleveland. Well, we got Cleveland Cavaliers that first game. That's going to be a tough act. I want us to win all our home games. I think we want to start the season. A new team. We want to start off fresh. We want to have a good start. Last season we started off with a bad start. We lost to the Pelicans on the opening night. That was hard to watch. So hopefully this season we could start the season and win it. I'm not gonna give a full breakdown because I'm gonna put the Knicks up here next just to see what his predictions are for the Knicks. But I got us beating the Cavs at that home game. That Dallas Mav game, we might be able to get that, but I think it's a tough act, honestly. But we'll see. So maybe 1-1, 2-0, optimistically 1-1 more reality. But optimism wise, 2-0. Charlotte Hornets, I think we beat them. So I got us 2-1 after 3 games, like on some real shit, but 3-0 optimistically. Miami Heat, they better get Dame Lillard or we beating them too. They got
I don't
Jamari
think that's
Bouye.
happening.
They got Jamari Bouye as their point guard. I'm not worried. I'm not. So I got us 4-1 unless they get Dame Lillard because they don't seem competitive. And as much time that's going past without Damon Lillard being there, if he misses training camp, if he misses preseason, and then he finally get traded to see the day of the season start or some shit like that, they didn't build no chemistry, and it's just a bunch of talent playing together, and I'm not scared of that. So I got us beating them too. Chicago Bulls, yeah, but they're a tough ad for the Nets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna front. All of these are role games. Chicago, Charlotte, Miami, and Dallas. So we get one home game and then we go on the road for 4 games, right? But I got us competitive in those games. That Celtic game, I do think that the Celtics get one up on us. I don't know if it's because we played them twice in 10 games. I don't, but this is a Boston. I mean, this is a bar at the Barclays. If we do beat them, it will be at the Barclays. Milwaukee, our first 10 games are tough. They got us versus tough teams in the East immediately. You know what I mean? Playoff teams, if you will. Um,
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
all right.
So
Um,
somebody called me and my shit went blank.
all right, all right. Milwaukee, that's gonna be tough too. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one. But it's at the Barclays, so I give us that advantage. And shout out to the BK block. We can help the Brooklyn Nets win by being a great fan base, cheering. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Whammy, one of the best fans. And part of the reason why I say Nets fans are the best fans because of fans like Mr. Whammy.
They're not
And
the best.
me representing big fans. I'm breezy and I represent big fans. He's one of the biggest fans I've ever seen in my life. Shout to Mr. Whammy. I love that guy.
I would
Um,
like I would like to rebuttal that one. Go ahead, finish.
okay, I'm almost through the schedule, and I think that 10th game is that Celtic game is we played at Boston. I kind of got them beating us. I even got the Clippers giving us a tough act. And that 10th game is the Wizards. I think we beat them at home. So if I really call it 7-3 like I did before, I got the Celtics winning one, maybe the Clippers winning, but I gotta see what they're gonna do too. You know what I mean? I gotta see how they roster looking. And the Bucks, we might be able to beat them, but Giannis always gives us the Nets a hard time. So
Brock got the Nets at 500.
I got us at 7-3. You got us at 500. Okay.
Brock does.
Oh, Brock, he got us at 500. Um.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna really debate.
Um,
Out to you.
all right, so we play Boston, Atlanta, New Orleans, Cleveland
Mhm.
back to back, Milwaukee, Clippers, Spurs, Charlotte, Boston in those first 10 games. So if I'm gonna say if right now with the whole KP foot injury that's gonna take a toll on the Celtics.
Mhm.
So we can easily win those 2 games if he's gonna be out for some time. I think we could beat Atlanta. Um, I think we could beat New Orleans. I think a back to back against Cleveland, even though last year we beat them on a back to back, but they're a different team this year. They added, Max Strauss or whatever. So we might split that one. So that's what, one, two, three, four, 4-1. I think we could beat Milwaukee. Um, the Clippers, I think that's up in the air. They always give us problems. So I think that.
But what day y'all play the Clippers? Because if they play in the Knicks and the Nets in that same week off of a back to back situation or something like that,
We
yeah,
played them on the 6th, November 6th.
the number 6. Let me check. I took it off the screen. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. Now I'm listening to you though. Where you at?
So I think we could go 8-2 because I think we could beat Charlotte, San Antonio, Boston. We beat them last year. I think it was 3 out of 4 games. Um, Milwaukee was the tough one, and the Clippers. Those are the two tough ones for me. But I think this year we could be able to beat those guys. So yeah, I say 8-2. And as far as the whole Nets fans is the best fans, I'm gonna always continue to say it. It has to stop because we've had 2 events so far.
Oh
We've had
man.
2 events of who run the city, and fans have had more than enough time to make time to show up to these events. Net fans have had more than enough time to show up these events, and shout out to the ones that do, but it ain't enough. And then it's even worse when you got Knicks fans going all the way to Brooklyn and we watching y'all giving y'all work. Just this year, just this past event, we had a guy come all the way from PA. Say it loud, PA, baby, right. He came all the way from PA to give Brooklyn Nets fans work. And certain Nets fans ain't pull up. Shout out to the ones that did. Salute to y'all. Mama, relax. But I didn't see Brock there. I didn't see Jaffe there. I didn't see a lot of people that usually be saying, "Oh, we the best fan." Da da da. Pull up, and when y'all pull up, y'all take L's. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I
So,
won some games out there.
so I'm just saying we gotta stop the whole net fan is the best fan stuff because right now net fans is up, and that's a fact.
Listen, man, I still feel like Net fans are the underdog fans. Like I said, we ain't win nothing, we ain't doing nothing. But this whole summertime, I've been partying. Shout out to everybody that been on the podcast helping me get through this season. Shout out to Peoples the other day. He said, "Yo, thanks, I appreciate you. Got through a boring summer," and that's what I'm talking about. All of the fans that stick together, no matter what. Those guys are the reason why Michael Allen Skeen. He's another reason why I say Damon Fair or P Hood. He's another reason why I said Leaf that he'd be coming through on my page. Shout to all of the Nets fans. Shout to all the Nets fans that be pulling up, showing love. You know what I'm saying? Getting through the summer where ain't no basketball, but they love talking about the Nets and how we can improve and looking forward to next season. So there's good reason on why I say that. But that being
They're
said,
not better
I'm
than
not.
Knicks fans.
I'm not gonna hold you guys much longer, man. Y'all been rocking with us for a whole hour and a half, man.
Facts.
I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got through a lot of content. Shout to Kev. You know what I mean? It's always dope doing the show with him. That's a Fendi. Um,
I had to wear the jersey that I hand out L's with, you know, the
no
mellow
doubt.
jersey,
I,
you know.
I always, I always, I always wear my jersey. Shout out to Brockwork. He said he take the L on that one. So again, it's up to us to continue and keep it
Facts,
going, stay
facts.
consistent with it every year. I'm definitely trying to get back out there. You know, I've been busy with life. I mean, let me just keep it real. You know, I'm trying to link with y'all, get to the park, play basketball. But next week, I got to link with my pops. It's just what it
Make it
is. You know what I
happen,
mean?
man.
I'm
Life,
trying to
life,
make,
bro. It's life.
yeah, like I'm gonna make time for it because it's important. But to Brockwork's point, we got to stay consistent during the year to year. We're trying to get in situations where I want to set a format up to if the Knicks play and if the Nets and the Knicks play 4 times a year, then the Nets fans and the Knicks fans play 4 times a year, and we just keep it like that. I think that's solid, so we could go into every season and like, oh, we were 1-1, 2-2, or whatever, or at minimum try to keep a record, tally it up, and you know what I'm saying, see what it is. And also we're gonna do, I told T Tom last week Saturday that I was gonna send him my predictions for what the standings are gonna be. I'm saying this and that, but I'll do a more accurate prediction right before the season starts. So October 24th, I think the season start. And me and T Tom or me and Cav will do a show like before that sometime on the weekend, and I'll have my more accurate predictions of what the standings will look like then. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Shout out to Barry, shout out to Brockwork, shout out to Jimmy J1, shout out to Frash Taz. So I
Shout out
see
to
you talking
Jay,
spicy in the comments. And I'm
Jay.
gonna make that bet with you, Frash Taz. I'm gonna bet that the
Uh,
Brooklyn Nets win 45 games. Yes, making that bet.
Shout out to Raymond, Jay, T Tom,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
P Hood. That's his name, P Hood. Did I say
That's
it right?
Dame. That's Dame though.
Oh, that's Dame. Oh, shout out to
Yeah, yeah.
Dame. Shout out to my god Dame. I ain't know that's Dame.
Yeah, man. Shout to him, man.
Yeah,
And shout to all of the fans, man. Y'all don't have to be Nets and Knicks fans to pull up too, man. Y'all could be any
but
fans. It's all good, man.
there was a Heat fan there giving out work too, so it's alright.
Shout to your guy too, man. I like dude, man. Chill.
Oh yeah, my god, chill. That's my man. Yeah.
Y'all don't do no work no more. Y'all don't be
We haven't in a while. We was talking about it. We was talking about this season. You know, I know we play each other a few times throughout the year, so I'm gonna cook up some work with him and see if we and him we could do some recaps.
Mhm.
Um, uh, you know, when we played him and stuff like that, because that's my guy. I know him for years. So,
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
oh,
Let
I
us
think
know,
you.
man. Tap
Oh,
in
there
with
you
us.
go. What happened?
No, I was saying, let us know. Let us know when you got some more work coming out, with more content.
Oh yeah,
When,
definitely, definitely.
when
I'll
can we
definitely.
expect anything from Nixon Ish before next Saturday?
Huh?
You got any content coming out before next week?
I'm not sure, like, cause it's been real quiet and stuff like that, and my front office, they real quiet. They you don't really hear much about what they do and stuff like that. The media hates that about us.
Mm-hmm.
So as of right now, the only thing I can talk about is like whatever contract and stuff. I spoke about that with Fraz and Anna the other day. Me and her, we did a live, but that's about it, man. Until maybe FIBA, we could talk FIBA and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah, shout out to Anna, man. She's one of my favorite Knicks fans that I like to troll.
Yeah,
She's really passionate about the Knicks, so trolling her makes it that much more better. Shout out to her though, man.
she's
She's
the
dope.
best.
And
What's up?
also, like I say, I know you've been shy to it, but I see you do some sneaker business, like you got some sneaker thing that you promote. You got a business. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Let's work together. Let us help promote your business or something. You know what I mean? You
Oh man.
sell
Oh
sneakers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anna, right?
Yeah, she got the sneaker soaps, man. I would love
Yeah,
to
the
be part
sneaker
of
soap.
pushing that.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Yeah.
I got love for that. So shout to you, Anna.
She gonna get you a nice Nick one, so you could put it
Nah,
in, you
nah,
could put it
nah,
with your Nick hat.
nah, 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 nah. Hey, yo, I'm not sure if I was saying. I remember last week I said that was my birthday. I don't think that was my birthday. I think that
Yeah.
was the day I went to the movies. We had went to the
Well, we
movies.
could
Yeah,
get
we went
one
to the
that
movies.
matches that same color.
Yeah,
Know
nah,
what I
that's
mean?
cool.
Like,
Nah,
and
nah.
then we could have
Yeah,
like
black and white.
I could tell her to put the Nick logo right on the bottom of
Nah,
the soap,
I need
so
a
that way
white
you
and
could
black
put it right
soap.
next to the hat and it'll be a nice match, man. You can have
These are
it
the
on your shelf,
colors,
you know what I
Anna.
mean?
These are the colors I would need. I would need these
Like
colors. You know what
you
I'm
can have,
saying?
you know how people have that the designer soap in the bathroom and they don't even use it, it's just there for
Yeah,
design. You can,
Nets
do that.
colors. Yeah, with the Nets colors, that'll be fire. I'm thinking about that right now. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anna, man. Her name, we'll get her information and we'll work. But yeah, look forward to that, man. So shout out to anybody who got brands who want to push on. You can reach out to me, Kev at Tea Time. We looking to work. We try and work. And thank y'all for the 100 subs. It may not be much, but it's a lot to us. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it, man. Continue. Shout out to Barry. He's somebody else that's helping us grow, handing out the stickers. Shout to Frash Tags, he's doing that in PA. Shout to everybody just helping the page grow, man. Y'all know we got love for y'all, and we'll try to link before the summer out once more. I can't make no promises, but we still got good weather at least into the middle of September. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna be.
we gotta try. Even in the winter, I'm pretty sure there's some indoor gyms we could probably,
Mhm.
rent out and hold it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I'm with it. Yo, I'm with it. If it's feasible, if it's in our reach, bro, yes, I'm with it. Even
If let's
on
say
another
people
note, what
chip
you
in.
said about the just so we could get it on record, what you said about Tank and Crawford. If
Oh
Tank and
yeah,
Crawford have a fight, I want to recap. I'm a big fan, Breezy, with the boxing recap. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see that. That's a must see TV. And I used to be a big fan of boxing, and then after I think Marquez beat I forget his name, Canolo or somebody. He was
Canelo.
like Canelo, I think. It wasn't Canelo, it was somebody else. Cotto.
Oh, Miguel
Cotto.
Cotto.
That was like one of my favorite boxes. And then when Marquez put something in his glove and it kind of
Oh
set it.
yeah. I saw that fight, but then Miguel Cotto got his revenge back though after that.
Yeah, but I feel like Cotto wasn't the same after that. And
Nah.
I thought Cotto could have rivaled with Floyd, but whatever. But
But he did get zapped though.
yeah,
I
yeah.
went to that fight.
Oh, you went to that
I
fight?
went to that fight, man. Rest in peace to my uncle. He got his tickets. Me, him, and my godfather, we went to that fight. I lost my voice.
Okay.
And it's crazy, right? Because it was in Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah.
And when I remember there was mad Brooklyn nights there, boy, because the crowd, Brooklyn was like
Yeah,
real
Zab's
loud,
winning. Yeah, yeah.
Brooklyn, right?
You're gonna support Zab, yeah.
Boy, by
Mhm.
the end of the night, it was crickets. It was
Yeah, I mean,
crickets. Yo, all you see was Puerto Rican flags. People had the I felt like I was in Puerto Rico, to be honest with you,
that's
because
funny
that's
as
how loud it was in there. And that I was
mm,
like, yo, it complete like I ain't gonna hold you. I was going for Kodo, but I know Zab is a tough out.
mm,
And but that was a great fight. I was glad I was able to experience that with him, man. That was great. But rest
yeah.
in peace to my uncle. Love you.
Nah, rest in peace to your uncle. That was a great story, man.
Yeah,
For real.
fact.
But yeah, man, that's what's up, man. And I'll be back soon, man. But shout out to y'all. Have a good night. Enjoy the
Good day.
weekend and this weather, man. We still got good weather. Enjoy it, man.
Yo, great weather.
Or have a good one, y'all.
All right, y'all.
All right, peace.